Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be checking out the 10 most forgotten features in Universe Sandbox. So this was an idea that came to my head after viewing a recent subscriber solar system that had one of these features included. So these are in no particular order, but these are just 10 things in my personal opinion that you never see anyone mention, speak about. So we're going to go ahead and dive into some of the features that are hidden away in some of the secret menus in this game and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into this. So the first one, this was actually the one that was featured in the recent subscriber solar system, is the firework button. You very rarely see this ever used, mentioned. This is probably one of the more common of some of the things on this list today that I've put together. So we'll go ahead and open it. And here it is, the firework button. It's under the tool button here. There's fireworks. So all it is, simply, you just click around, I believe, and it launches little particles which then explode into the fireworks, into the colours. So if I speed up time here, we should see them activate very briefly here. Let's go ahead and have a look. So a little faster. Come on. Going to get the fireworks. Where are they? I have clicked, so they should be around here somewhere. Let's just try that again. So let's slow things down. There you go, there you go. See, I'm just going too fast. So you just tap the button on the planet, and I believe it just spawns the fireworks around it. So I'm just spam clicking here. We should see a lot of them. There you go. So there's the firework particles. There you go, and this is just a feature. I know that you used to see it in some of the Universe Sandbox trailers that the team put up on their YouTube channel. You did see them from time to time. They're very, very rare these days. I don't think I ever see them at all. Apart from the recent subscriber solar system, I never see them. So, yeah, we're finally giving the I don't think I've ever featured them really in my videos either, but we're finally giving the fireworks a little bit of love, showing them off in a video. They've been in the game for as long as I can remember. They must have been it since at least 2016. I'm sure they've been in the game all that time. But there you go. So there's the fireworks going off. Very, very nice indeed. And it's actually made a little impact on Earth, I think. Look at that. I don't know if it calls it directly. Does it cause an effect there? I'm not sure. But yeah, pretty bizarre stuff. But yeah, there you go. So that is fireworks. That's number 10. At number 9, we can actually continue on with Earth here. That is cloud speed. Again, it's been in the game for probably a good few years now. It's under obviously all the cloud options here. So normally we're playing around with the cloud options quite a lot, customizing the colours, things like that. But do we ever play with the cloud speed? I don't think we do, and I don't think anyone else really does touches this option either. But it's simply down here, rotational period, speed at equator. All you need to really do is you can make clouds go really fast. Normally the clouds will turn, depends on how fast we put our rotation speed of the actual planet itself, for instance. But you can actually customize the cloud option separately, as we can see here. So even though the Earth is barely spinning, we can make the clouds just stupidly fast and ridiculously speedy. We can also have the storm guns going the other way and just make an absolutely turbulent, clouded world. If we go thick and thick, for instance, we can give Earth some very, very speedy red clouds and make absolutely wind speeds of just ridiculous levels that would probably cause utter chaos on humanity. For instance, you can see that some of the clouds are barely moving. These ones are going really fast. But also, if we speed these up, we can get the other clouds also in motion, as you can see here. So, a pretty wild feature, but again, you don't see it used often, and I never see anyone mention it, anything like that, so that's why I think it deserves a place on the list. Anyways, moving on to number 8 now? Yes, these are the power options. So, if we go into, I think it's in Tools, where are we? Powers, here. So, we have the laser button, again, been in the game for quite a while now, I think since Surface Grid, where you can just scorch surfaces of planets, but it's again, it's an option that I never see anyone really use, make much work out of. I think the only use I've really seen this is on some of the objects submitted in the object competition videos, like the Halloween ones, where I remember someone made like a pumpkin face, for instance, out of it. So there we go, made a little rough attempt at a face there. But yeah, I think people normally use it for just making like certain like graphics. Again, like we can give it like eyebrows, for instance. But yeah, I believe this feature, again, it's not really used much unless people are creating a specific looking battered up world. Obviously, there are different options as well. I remember there was like a Death Star laser in here, wasn't it? Green Kyber. I'm not sure. One of them absolutely annihilated the planet CD-ROM. It has all these different ones here. Most powerful pulse laser, interstellar propulsion laser, most powerful continuous laser. There's all these options here. Galactic Empire super laser. That's it. That's the Death Star one. So for instance, if I shot this, we'll go down to like real time here. If I shot this at the Earth, Death Star laser just utterly destroys anything it comes in contact with. So you can literally explode planets like the Death Star would. So gone. Earth is going bye-bye there. Or is it? Is it going to survive the Death Star laser? I'm not sure it does. It looks like it's all drying up. I think the Death Star laser is a pretty big deal. But we're going to just disintegrate the... Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. But there you are. It's not looking good on the Earth there, is it? So, taking a big smash on the Earth itself there. Let's speed up time. Is it actually going to survive that encounter? I don't know. It looks like it is. Okay, surprising. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you have the laser features. But again, that's not the only options on the power options here. If we go and open it again, we also have the explode button, which is pretty self-explanatory. Probably the more used ones, I guess, out of these. But again, you don't really see it much used often or mentioned about. But there it is, the explode. Simple as that. It goes bang. So again, probably one of the more features. It's not one I use often. Use it occasionally. The only time I ever really use it is on like birth to death solar systems, where we explode the star at the end. That's probably the only time I ever use this. But again, I don't really see other people making much use of this tool as well, hence why it's on the list. But yeah, this comes under like the entire list of tools here. So the laser, the explode, and then the final one here, which is the forces. So emit a rotational or translucent force to influence the motion of objects. So for instance, if we go over to Uranus, obviously an object which is tilted on its side already here. If we go into just keep it on edit mode, keep an eye on Uranus's thing here. And now if we go to tools, force, if we shoot some force at Uranus here, you can see that its north and south is rotating. We're also causing it a lot of forces and resistance, which is upsetting the planet itself. But there we go. So we can tilt Uranus kind of the right way around again. But again, this is a feature I don't know if I've ever used, and we have just shredded poor old Uranus. Look at that, the whole gas is, it's only the rocky core left now. Oh dear. But poor old Uranus has taken an absolute pound in there, and we have shredded it by giving it massive forces on its rotation. And again, I don't think I've ever used this feature. It's been there all this time. I don't think I've ever touched it. So yeah, that comes in as a number 8, isn't it? Or number 7, sorry, number 7. So there we are. But moving on to number 6 on our list now. So yeah, poor old Uranus. That is the background temperature of your simulation. So again, this is a feature I use from time to time, but I don't see everyone else ever use it in their own simulations or anything like that. So if you go to Tools, you open this up. Shrink down here, I believe. Is it on Tools? I think it's on Tools. Maybe on Simulation Settings, actually, yeah. So yeah, I can't even remember off the top of my head. But here it is. It's down here. Temperature. You can increase the background temperature of your system. So effectively right now, the only thing warm in this system is the sun itself, giving him light to the planets. But if you increase this simulation here, we can increase the temperature of space itself. So for instance, if we turn it up to, let's go 1300 Kelvin, for instance, it actually makes the temperature of space warmer. So if we go to Jupiter here, a planet that's not normally receiving any temperature from the sun that makes it go into the positive temperatures. Or for instance, we'll go to Neptune. So a planet that barely receives any energy from the sun, so it's always very cold, isn't it? -273 at the moment, for instance, in this simulation. But if we speed up time, we let that background temperature, you know, take into place. There you go. Neptune is now warmed up to 1122. So it's not from the sun, it's the general temperature of space that has warmed Neptune up. And again, a feature I don't think I've ever seen this used in a subscriber solar system. And remember, I've done over 300 episodes of subscriber solar systems. I've never seen this feature used once. So could be an interesting feature for someone's system yet to be used. Maybe this video will give you some inspiration if anyone wants to use it in a future system. But yeah, that is the background temperature. So an interesting one for sure. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? Anyways, next up, the fly button. Anyone know what the fly button is? I believe it's on View, isn't it? Or is it on Tools? The fly button. And this one's pretty simple. You click on an object and it will take you there. So we'll go to Pluto. Simple as that. And there you are. Simple as that. That is the fly button. So coming in at number 6. Again, all it does is it's just a button you keep open. It will just take you to objects. Maybe I should use it more for navigating subscriber solar systems. It will take you directly to objects without having to double click and enter. Because normally, if I turn this off, if I want to go to an object, I have to double-click at Orcus, then I press Enter, it takes me straight there. But this button does it instantly for you, so it saves a little few extra steps. But again, I've barely ever touched this feature. But it's in the game if you want it. So maybe that's a bit of insight on that feature as well. Anyways, coming in at number 5 now is the markers, formerly known as icons. So what I'll do first is we will turn off the simulation temperature. So let's go all the way back down to just, 0. 0. Just turn space back to roughly normal. So there we go. But anyways, the markers. It's on the View tab. Here it is, markers. And all it does is label objects for you. So again, long time ago, it was known as icons in the game options. It never used to be in the View settings here. It only used to be accessible in this menu here. And it was under here somewhere. But all you did is, yeah, you just turned on, as it, labels. It used to be called icons. One of these options here. Where is it? Markers, yeah. It used to be called labels. Now it's called markers. And you can also increase the size of these as well. Make them really big and wild. But there you are. So you can make things pretty extreme. And it kind of reminds me of that feature where you can make the objects themselves bigger as well. It's in one of these somewhere in the view. Was it this one? I'm not sure which one it was. But there was an option where you could increase the actual... That's it, the minimum object size as well. I'll put these both under the list together. You've got the icon sizes, and then you've got the minimum object size feature as well. Both of them coming in together, because they kind of do the same thing. They just make the objects more visible or easier to see. So you can make them just stupidly large. And look at old Venus here. What's it? Losing material as well. Look at all that material coming out of it. Oh dear. So you zoom in into it, see all those particles coming out, and then we can enlarge them. Look at Venus losing all that. So pretty wild. But yeah, you got the minimum object size and the icon feature coming in at number 5. So there we are. Anyways, moving on to number 4 now. In the same menu, you've got the glow feature. And I use this actually in the size comparison videos once a year. And all you need to simply do, all it simply does, is increase or decrease how bright stars are in simulations. So you can see here, you can dim the sun down so it has no glow at all, or you can make it just crazy intense. That's the glow feature. Again, a feature that I never see anyone make any use of in subscriber systems, no mention of it either. I mean, that's the same with a lot of these. I never see anyone make any use of it. Hence why it's on the list here. But yeah, there you go. So there is the glow feature. So put that down roughly to where it is there. Moving on to number 8 now is the colour view options. So I'm actually going to open a fresh simulation for this. So I'm going to go back into it. So anyone know what the colour view options are? This is a way that you could change the way that the trails look, the star colours, all due to a few different properties. So if we go into view here, open up the menu again. Now it's under, I think it's under colours, this option here. So there's loads of options as well. Look at all this, right? So if we speed up time, just let the simulation run. Press play. There you go. So simulation's running. Now, we can view the solar system by velocity, so how fast each object's moving. So ideally, Mercury would be the fastest here. So if you go to this option here, press velocity. And here you are. And it makes the sun very blue. And a long time ago, this was the only way to actually change the colour of the star by using this menu. Is it going to work on velocity? There is a... There we go, mass. Here you go. So the sun is the most intense coloured because it's the highest mass. Everything else is blued out. You've also got acceleration. I think this is the one where Mercury and Venus, yeah, see, look, they're faster. Because since those planets are faster, they have a slightly different colour. Again, an interesting feature. But again, it's there you go. So Mercury, Venus, they're the only two that really have any sort of speed. If we put something closer to the Sun and Mercury, let's just go with a small little object. Let's just go with a random... let's just go with a second Mercury. If we place it there, we'll see that this one, again, it makes the other Mercury less in, or now blue, because it's nowhere near as fast as this one. If we throw a different load of range of Mercuries in there, you can see each of them maybe have different colours. You can see, look, the closer they are to the Sun, it changes the view of all the other objects in the system as well. But all due to how fast. It will measure it by how fast each object is travelling. So you can see that one's red, it's very intense. Where else have we got? So we've also got some other ones in here. So we've got acceleration. If we go more, we've also got jerk, snap. I have no idea what these ones even do. I don't even remember. I don't even know how long these have been in the game. A long time ago, it was just the first 4 here. These other ones here, I've got no clue what they do. Also, go. This one changes something. So lighting is on safe time step. Again, it looks like the further away from the star, the different your trail colour is. Interesting. Makes the sun very, very red. We've also got sub-step. What's this? Does it actually say what it does? Choose whether... what does sub-step do? Does it have any... Colour objects based on the number of sub-steps they use in the previous frame. Okay, interesting. What's save time step? Colour objects by how many computations it takes to accurately complete their trajectories. Okay. Crackle. Colour objects based on how quickly their relative snaps are changing. This seldom changes. We've got snap. Colour objects based on how quickly their relative jerks are changing. This seldom changes. We've got jerk here. Colour objects quickly how their relative accelerations are changing. Also, we've got acceleration. How quickly their velocity is changing. So again, Mercury and stuff, they're faster, so they'll naturally be lit up. Colour objects based on their relative speeds. We've got mass. Obviously, the mass is pretty simple. Self-explanatory there. And then lastly, realistic, which is just the regular view mode. But it looks like it's actually glitched out, and some of them are still in the blue mode, which is really weird. Okay. But again, let's go further down. So we've got total gravity steps. That's there. The star goes green. Look at that. Hey. So So everyone is very green now. So total gravity steps. Objects are coloured by their total number of gravity steps taken in the previous frame. Correction. Colour objects by their average number of colour iterations used through all time steps in the previous frame. So again, that changes things a bit there. Interesting. Okay, but there you go. So that is the object colour view mode. So again, never really use this, never really have much use for it, but it's in the game if you want it. A little funky look for your systems. So there you go. So again, let's go to a fresh simulation because it looks like we bugged it out a bit. So let's go back into a new simulation. So next up, we have the Habitable zone option. So normally, is it just this button here? You'd think, okay, there's your Habitable zone button. That's it, right? But what's the secret? Now, this is one I have used previously. But if you go into view, again, you can open this up. The Habitable zone actually has a list of different options. It's not just the flat disk that we have here. So if you go down here, there should be the Habitable zone. Where's it? The Habitable zone. Here we go. This option here. It's called flat. And that's what this is. And that's the only one you can access by using this button, right? You turn it on and off. Simple as that. But there's actually different options. You've got billboard, which makes it almost 3D looking. So it covers all angles. And then my personal favourite is this one, cross, which shows you the top and bottom of the Habitable zone. So it can show you not just the flat disk, but it can show you up and down as well. So you can really get a perspective of where your objects are chilling when they go in and out of orbits. So you can really see from all angles where it is in the Habitable zone at that period of time. Because if you're only on the flat disk, you can't necessarily see as easy if an object on an elliptical orbit or something where it's actually lying in the Habitable zone sometimes. So this option kind of fixes that. And again, if you disable it and turn it on again, it only gives you the regular, I think it only gives you the regular one again, doesn't it? Yeah. So you can only access these options from the menu here. So there you are. And that's the Habitable zone options there. So that's number 9. And then lastly, at number 10, probably the most mysterious of them all, as this one is called the mystery button. Now, it was featured in a video, I think it was in an April Fool's video a long time ago. It's called Do Not Press This Button. Now, that button supposedly was only in the game for that update. But, what if I told you it survived? And I only found this out very recently that it still exists. But, if you go into, I believe it's in debug. If you go into the main menu, go to settings. If you go all the way to the end here, debug. If you scroll all the way to the bottom here, I believe it's still here. Add the mystery button to tools. Do not press. If you press this. So look, we're looking at tools right now. There it is. But, if you press this button, what's this then? Do not press the button. There it is. It's still in the game. I only found this recently. It's been in the game for years, I'm guessing now. But it was added in the original. I'm sure it was an April Fool's update or something. But yeah, I did a video on it when it came out. Do not press this button. So this is our secret one at number 10 here. Now, if I press this, I think bad things happen. Oh yeah, it annihilates your system. Look at this. You just press it and it destroys everything. It's just the Armageddon button. And there it is. It has like, and look, each planet has, if I pause, there's a secret like thing that comes up. 1.47 hours. I have no idea what that hours mean. Is that how long it's got left? I don't know what those hours actually represent. But this button disintegrates your entire system. So if I go to the workshop, let's go to one of your guys', let's go to that community system that you guys created recently. Where a good 20-30 of you came together and made this system together. What if I use the Armageddon button on this system? What happens? So here we go. Huge system made by all of you guys here. So there we go. Let's just close it. Here we are. So, again, there it is. Huge system made by you guys. It's actually, this system was actually using that feature from earlier, the view settings. It was actually using the marker button. Look. There you go. But what if we use the Armageddon button in here? So we're traveling a few seconds. Okay, not too much. Now, if I press the Armageddon button, voila. Okay, it's done it. See, look, you have that. What do those timers mean? Minutes, seconds? What is that? But there you go. It will disintegrate this entire system down. If I go into, what happens if we go into this mode? Is it just disintegrate everything? Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, it just vaporizes everybody. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, not great. Again, we'll go into one of the systems I recently made. Let's go into the ice cream solar system, for instance. Last modified ice cream soda system. Yeah, so I finished it just a few hours ago. Actually, I'm filming all these on the same day, so here it is here. Right, so I'm in view mode here, so I'm already in chart mode, so I'm in radius, right? So what if I press the Armageddon button? So the simulation will slow down to a few minutes, so press play. A few hours, we'll go into some minutes. I think this happens quite quickly, so there we go. So everyone's just chilling, normal business, every day, just chilling as normal. Now if I press this, There you go. So immediately we should start to see stuff disintegrate. Oh, the star's gone already. And there you go. Bang, bang, bang. It just destroys everything. Oh dear. Oh, it just destroys everything. It literally is the Armageddon button. Destroy everyone. Oh yeah. And they're all gone. And that's it. So that is the secret. Do not press this mystery button. And there it is. So I thought this feature was long removed, but yeah, I recently discovered it did still exist. But there you go. Got to be one of the most forgotten features, because you'd think a button like this would have a little more attention. But maybe this video will give you a little glance that it does still exist. Maybe have some fun with it. See what crazy chaos you can cause. But yeah, there we go. So that is our 10 forgotten features in Universe Sandbox, in my opinion. So if you guys got any features that you think should have been on the list, anything I missed, let me know down below in the comments. Maybe your list is different. Let me know what your own lists are of forgotten features. Anything you didn't see in this video before? Did you even know that some of these existed? Again, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let's hit that like button. Let's see if we can go for 200 likes today for this video as well. This top 10 list. It's been a long time since we did a top 10. I think the only one we did previously was the top 10 features we wanted to add into Universe Sandbox. I think that was years and years ago. So this is a nice return. Should I do more top 10s? If so, what do you want to see? Could be an interesting concept for some future videos. But yeah, let's watch the Armageddon button again. But there you go. The star explosion's pretty cool. But there you go. Bam, bam, bam. But yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comments of this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, if you did, like I said, hit that like button. Also subscribe. Helps us journey to 50,000 subscribers as well. Should be some pretty exciting stuff coming up in the future if we do more top 10s and other bits and bobs. Should be interesting times. But yeah, that will send down everybody. Make sure you stay safe out there. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.